Hello, ninth grade. Welcome to week 4. Can you believe it? We're 4 weeks in and we are diving right into scenes 1 and 2 of Romeo and Juliet. So I put on your class resources, No Fear Shakespeare. It's not my favorite, but if you struggle a little bit with the language, it will help you understand some of the terminology and some of the archaic language it puts into everyday terms. So that will help. But you still want to read the original and appreciate the beauty of Shakespeare. So if you look at our screen, this is the chart that I had you write down last week. It goes through all the House of Capulets, the House of Montagues. And scene 1, you're going to click on that. So you'll go through slide 7, read a little bit. This one, I'm not asking you to put in to turn it in. You're just going to talk a little bit about what the phrases mean and explain that. And then you'll watch the video. And then you're going to read Act 1, scenes 1 and 2. And right away in Act 1, Scene 1, we're introduced to a lot of the characters. And this is where I really want you to start to get a grip on who the main players are and what they're like. We're going to be doing character sketches and really diving into what these characters are like. So it starts out with the servants, and Samson and Gregory are part of the Capulet family. So they support the Capulets, and then they see the Montagues family's servants coming, and they start a fight with them. I mean, they start a fight. They say, "Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?" "Yes, we bite our thumb at you." And they pull out their swords and start fighting. Well, right away, Benvolio and Tybalt get into it. Now, Benvolio and Tybalt are two very important characters. And as you read, I do want you to take notes too. And great job, everybody who sent me their notes. I'm so proud of you. All right. When you think of Benvolio, I want you to think of Benvolio. He's friends with Romeo. He's part of Romeo's family, but he's level-headed. He's wants to make peace. Break it up. Part, fools. Put up your swords. You know not what you do. Let's stop fighting. Stop. And Tybalt comes in. And when you think of Tybalt, I want you to think he is hot-headed. And that's what this play deals a lot with. Impulsivity, carrying grudges. The site wants you to explore fate and its role in Romeo and Juliet. And that's okay. But when I think of Romeo and Juliet, and this is the way I teach it, it's a lust story. It's not a love story. And it's a story of consequences. There are consequences to actions. And so Tybalt, he's hot-headed. He's, what? You've pulled out your sword to fight? Well, turn around and look at the man who's going to kill you. It says, what? Art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Benvolio, look upon thy death. And right away, he calls him to fight. So as you're reading, really start to picture the characters and get a sense of what they're like. And then the prince comes in and he breaks up the fight and he's upset. This is the Prince of Verona. And he said, 3 times now riots have broken out in this city. 3 times the Capulets and the Montagues are fighting. And I'm not going to have it. If this happens again, you'll be put to death. Any more fighting in Verona, and you're going to be put to death. So that's scene 1. And then scene 2, there's a little party going on. And I want you to start to understand what Romeo's like. First, and we're going to talk about this on Wednesday. He's in love with Rosaline. In love with her, madly in love with her. And then the next day, madly in love with someone else. So I want you to really just start to understand the characters, understand the play. And when I say that this is more of a lust story, a story of impulsivity, consequences to action, this week I'm looking for in scenes 1 and 2, anyone who will share their thoughts, the first person to share their thoughts with me on why from the beginning we see this story as a story of lack of impulse control and a story of lust instead of love. If you can share your thoughts with me on that, you're going to win the extra credit. Matthew Prince won week 1. Jacob Wells won week 2. Let's see who will win this week. I can't wait to see everybody on Thursday during our Zoom meeting. Enjoy. I'm here. Ask me questions. Anything you need, I'm here to help. So happy reading.